Good afternoon and welcome along to the Focus Community Arena for live 90 minutes coverage of Hemel Hempstead versus Enfield Town. It's another crunch game at the bottom of the Vanarama National League South. Town, with 5 games remaining, sit 3 points above the relegation zone. The big team news today is that Adam Thompson misses out in central defence. Charlie Stallard is taking his place, and Town begin the game with both Anointed Chuku and Kian Dillon starting in attack. I'll run through the full team sheet momentarily, but before that it's my immense pleasure to introduce to you the happiest man in North London and Enfield Town fan extraordinaire, John Manatara. John, how are you feeling, and how are you feeling about today's game?
Yeah, I'm really good. Beautiful sunny day here in Hemel Hempstead, home of the Tudors. Feeling relatively confident, as much as we can be. It's going to be a really good game. I don't think, Hemel, it's one of those sort of, you can't do much more in the season, I guess, to get in the playoffs, and for us it's all to play for. Hopefully if they put their foot off the pedal of about 5%, that might make the difference. They're on good form as well. 1 defeat in their last 12 games, which is away to Worthing, so it's not a team to be underestimated at all. And on current form, though, in the last 5 matches, Enfield Town would be 4th, and then Hemel Hempstead would be 10th. So it's on form, yeah. And considering our controversy of last week's match, which I still haven't got over, but it's going to be a good game. Perfect conditions, and playing on artificial pitches hasn't been a problem for us, especially with, Chatham Town, it might rings a bell, Tunbridge away as well, so signs are good. Let's be positive for now anyway.
Hope you can hear us beneath the racket of the Jackson 5 belting out. We've got a Tano loudspeaker. It's about 5 feet away from us, just above us. It will obviously pipe down once the action starts, or at least I hope it will. But until then, you've got that to compete with. First order of business then is to run through the two teams, starting with the hosts, Hemel Hempstead Town, managed by Lee Allinson, and only since December have they been managed by Lee Allinson. They line up with, in goal, Jameson Horlick, making only his 3rd appearance for Hemel, but coming off the back of a penalty save last week against Bath. Number 2 for Hemel, Samuel Adenola. 3, Mazid Agangbo. 4 is their captain, Kyle Ajayi. 5, Ben Tompkins. 6, Miller Matthews-Lewis. 7, George Williams. 8, Kieran Wiltshire. 9, Ollie Lynch. 10, Joe White. And 11, Kai Brosnan. And their substitutes: number 12, Bradley Roberts. 14, Oliver Hampstead. 15, Chris Smith. 16, Matthew Achuba. And 17, Giovanni McGregor. And Town line up in goal: number 1, Joe Wright. The back 3 today will be Zav Benjamin, Charlie Stallard and Henry Hawkins. In front of them, the captain Mickey Parcell and Bailey Brown, playing against his former team. The wing-backs we expect to be Lennon Peake on the left and Billy Leonard on the right. And then Sam Youngs with Kian Dillon and Anointed Chuku in attack. And the Town substitutes today: John Oyenuga, Jack Bates, Ollie Knight, Harry Sidwell and Hisham Kasimu. The referee today, Adam Merchant. The assistants, Marcus Tingey and Craig Charles. And the 4th official is Alfie Ibrahim. So, the big team news is the absence of Adam Thompson. He's got a slight ankle ligament injury. Speaking to him just before the game, he said he's here, fully donned in his tracksuit, but he's not involved in the starting lineup. He said he felt it slightly last week. It's not critical, but it's definitely enough to keep him out this week. Touch and go in the coming weeks. So for today, Adam Thompson's out. He's replaced in the back 3 by Charlie Stallard, who'll presumably be on the left of that back 3. What to make of that, John?
Yeah, that's a big loss having Adam Thompson out, really, because he was one of the best players. I think him and Jack Bates were our 2 picks last week, and it's going to be a big loss, especially marshalling the back, playing away from home for a decent side. So it's going to be interesting how we can adapt. Stallard back as well. It's interesting how he settles down, and especially if they play with the wing backs. Stallard's pace isn't the greatest, so I'm just concerned maybe we'll have our wing backs covering as well, dropping back. It's going to be interesting. Possibly see John Oyanuga coming later on, because he's got pace as well. So I reckon Gavin will assess the first half and see what changes might have to be made. But interesting about seeing Dylan as well, starting with be interesting with Chukwu there. So see both of them there playing together. But it's kind of good position, because one can hold the ball and one can certainly finish by an interesting chance to players pre-match about his contribution in training. He looks a bit of our kind of version of Wayne Rooney. Even looks like him, the same build, probably Irish ancestry as well, somewhere along the lines. And but it's great to be here at Hemel as well, Hemel Hempstead Town. Like I said, nicknamed the Tudors. I've got a bit of a slight connection where I live in Roydon. Henry VIII spent time there on the Nether Hall down the road from me, and apparently that's where they got the nickname, as they repeated to stayed in Hemel. Well, not the greatest tourist spot, but it's probably a nice, friendly town anyway. So yeah, it's great to be here, and hopefully, Towners, this can be a good result for us to keep us up.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous day here in Hemel Hempstead. There is not a cloud in the sky. It's a light blue sky. Is that a kite? I can see up there a kite of the bird variety. It's just gliding around in the air. It's just a lovely day. It's a fun little stadium as well. The tannoy is a bit overwhelming, but the stadium, you can blink and miss it, because it's just an alleyway in between a couple of houses. You turn down it and suddenly there are floodlights and you've hit a football stadium. Another interesting element of the Focus Community Arena is that it's an artificial pitch.
Welcome to the Focus Community Arena.
Town played on an artificial pitch a couple of weeks ago against Slough, and Town do train on an artificial pitch each week, so it won't be completely new to them. They are used to the artificial surfaces, but nevertheless it might have an impact. I was speaking to Jack Smith before kick-off, Town squad player, and he was pointing out that it's a lot more tiring on the legs to play on the artificial surface, although it will obviously be a lot smoother than the Dave Bryant Stadium in its current iteration. It's quite tiring, and it can get quite hot as well when the sun's out. So given that Town do train on this artificial surface, how do you see the artificial surface affecting events today, John?
I actually welcome it. After joining the players on the pitch at Chatham Town, it suited me as well, my footwear at the time. It's great. I mean, we've got a good track record on these sort of pitches in recent times, and the way to Tunbridge, I believe, as well. And so nothing to be afraid of, all to gain.
The players have emerged out onto the pitch. Town are resplendent today, top to toe in purple. Rhys Forster and Adi Connolly, the goalkeepers union, has just walked past us. Joe Wright is dressed top to toe in black, and the hosts, Hemel Hempstead Town, are top to toe in red, although they've got a rather natty shoulder design. It's kind of white with red roses across the shoulders. So it's reds against purples today. Town are currently lined up to our left, attacking the goal to our right. There's a lot of red adorning the stands, adorning the stadium. The seats are red. It's that sort of atmosphere. Players, captains, just going through the pleasantries, and in fact, the first order of business will be for the two teams to swap sides. So Town, as we look, will be defending the goal to our right and attacking the goal to our left. Just to run through the Town team again quickly, it's Joe Wright in goal, Charlie Stallard coming into the back three in place of Adam Thompson, who's got ankle ligament injury. So it's Stallard, Zav Benjamin and Henry Hawkins at the back. Billy Leonard, right wing back. Lennon Peake, left wing back. Mickey Parcell and Bailey Brown sitting in front. Then Sam Young's behind Kian Dillon and Anointed Chukwu. Everything is set. Looks like Hemel will get us off and underway. It's bright blue skies. There is a bit of a breeze. Keep an eye on that and see how that affects proceedings. But it will be George Williams, a former Wales international, to kick us off. He takes first kick off. Anointed Chukwu immediately blocks the attempted cross up the centre, but now it's with Adenola. He crosses straight into the penalty area immediately, comes back out to him. Adenola hooks it forward. Bailey Brown misses his initial header, but the flag has gone up for offside, and Town have an immediate moment of respite. Our commentary vantage point is right front row seat, right on halfway. And we've just spotted the Town substitutes, Ollie Knight and Hish Kasimu, John Oyenuga, all walking past us as Hemel prepare to take this goal kick. It's Town prepare to take this goal kick, and it's Joe Wright launching the ball up towards the right. It's brought down and then smashed forward by Hemel. This is something for Hawkins to clear. He takes no chances, clears out of play. So Hawkins has taken station in the centre of the back three. Charlie Stallard's on the left of the back three, as Hemel go backwards in order to come forwards. It's with Ben Tompkins and now Samuel Adenola coming over halfway. Adenola plays it short up towards Williams, back to Adenola on halfway. Youngs goes to charge him down. Adenola plays it up the line towards Williams. Stallard goes to close him down. Williams plays it infield into the area. It's played back to Williams, but it's behind him, and Peake is able to bring it clear to Sam Youngs inside his own half. He's under pressure, tries to give it back to Peake, gets a second chance to do that, but Hemel have smuggled possession back with Kai Brosnan. It's Hemel building from the centre, spreading the ball out wide right. George Williams takes it well on his chest, level with the edge of the Town area, dribbling in field, now taken on Lennon Peake, tries to get across and Peake does well, blocks across and it's out of play. That's a throw to Hemel. It's taken short on the right to Adenola. He dribbles towards the right corner of the area, tries to play it in field. Hemel player goes down, nothing doing there. The ref waves it on. Town have cleared up towards halfway. Tompkins is shrugged off it by Chuku. He gives it to Dylan. Dylan's away on the left, racing into the Hemel half, up to the left edge of the area. Dylan cuts inside, slows down, plays it backwards to Sam Youngs on his right foot. Youngs spreads it wide right. It's with Billy Leonard now. The right touchline crosses in. Sam Youngs gets the header and it's an easy save there for Jameson Horlick, but good build up there, beginning with Chuku using his muscle to win possession. It was Cian Dillon who sprinted down the left, and when the ball eventually came out wide right to Billy Leonard, he managed to get a good cross in. Sam Youngs couldn't get much purchase on the header, but a good opening foray there from Town.
Yeah, it's a bright start actually from the counter-attack, quick ball movement there, and Chuku winning it in the middle there, releasing Cian Dillon, and yeah, it was a good move.
Town looking to get on the attack again. It's Dillon once again, but Hemel have cut that out. They're trying to play it up the left touchline. It's gone out of play, and Zav Benjamin will take a throw on halfway on the right. Wiser counsels prevail. He leaves it to Billy Leonard, who does a couple of kick-ups. Town have brought a really impressive gathering behind that goal that they're attacking. There's a couple of hundred Town fans in there. Really strong support today for Town in this crucial game. 5 games left, including today's. Town 3 points clear of the relegation zone. We will try to keep you abreast of scores elsewhere. Salisbury travelling to Boreham Wood, who are 7th. St Albans are entertaining Dorking, who are 2nd. Town have taken the throw on the right. It's with Dillon back to goal on the left edge of the area, the right edge of the area. Shoved back. Benjamin gives it to Bailey Brown. Brown, neat turn there. Then trying to thread it through to Chuku. Brown retrieves possession. He's being crowded out by 2 players, but he's done well, still battling away there. Bailey Brown done really well, still holding on to the ball. Gives it wide right to Leonard. Leonard on the right chips it into the area. It's above Dillon. Might fall to the back post, and it's headed in. Lennon Peake has headed it in for Enfield Town. A dream start after 4 minutes. The cross came from the right from Billy Leonard. It was over the head of Dillon in the centre, and Lennon Peake arrived at the back post to nod it downwards into the goal. And after just 4 minutes, it's Hemel Hempstead Town 0, Enfield Town 1.
It was a great cross and a really hard to miss chance by Peake. Great finish there with aplomb, celebrated with style, and they were 1-up. Great start to the game, and our fans are singing away like they have been always all season. Game behind the team, a fantastic start.
Second strong cross there from Billy Leonard. The first one, a couple of minutes earlier, received only a slight glancing header from Sam Youngs. The second one went over the top of Cian Dillon, who isn't the tallest centre forward, but Peake was doing what a good wing back should do. He arrived at the back post, ghosted in unnoticed by the defence, and was able to head it firmly downwards. A textbook header, from close range. The goalkeeper had no chance. And it's Town 1 up. Town fans in marvellous voice now. Town are staying up is the chant. What a start for Enfield Town. And now, how do Hemel react to this? Hemel coming on the back of 2 draws, a win and a loss in their last 4. They're too low to reach the playoffs. They're too high to get sucked into the relegation drama. How motivated will they be to get something out of this game? What a dream start for Town. Town have a throw, right back position. Hawkins takes long up the line. It's headed high by Matthews Lewis, and Tompkins is under pressure there from Dillon. He gives it to Adenola. He's still under pressure from Dillon, and Horlick is forced to lob the ball long, and his clearance has gone out of play, and that's a credit to the pressing of Cian Dillon, who's putting himself about. As I mentioned, he's not the tallest. He was never going to win the header, but he did enough in his leap in the run up to that goal to distract the Hemel defence, and that created a bit of space for Peake at the far post. Town have taken the throw up the line. Young's got a flick on it. It's been picked up there at the back by Hemel. They've launched the ball forward. Stallard competes well with Lynch. The ball's forced forward by Town, but that will drift through harmlessly for Jameson Horlick, the Hemel goalkeeper. Horlick, whose goal, just the goal line, is covered by shadow from the stand behind him, but the rest of the pitch is bathed in sunshine. There is a decent stiff breeze up though. You can see in the shirts fluttering, the linesman's flag fluttering right in front of us, as Horlick takes the goal kick long towards the left. It's a flick from a Hemel player. Leonard does well to keep it in play, gives it back to Joe Wright. He launches the ball high rather than away, and it's gone out of play for a goal kick. It's an artificial surface, so not too many chance of an inconsistent bobble, which will be a relief to Joe Wright, who's, if there has been one question mark over him since he came into the side 8 games ago, it's maybe been about his kicking from the back. I don't think he'll have too much trouble with that. Hemel are going to launch a long throw here. They're halfway inside the Town half. They've got a throw on the left. I think it's Joe White with the long throw in towards the near side of the area. Tompkins tries to get a flick, but it's stabbed clear by Town. Came out to Brosnan. Brosnan long cross towards the back post. Peake got a head in it, but Williams is able to clip it back into the area. White got a punch in it. It's going to fall to a Hemel player. It's stabbed out to the edge of the area. In comes a shot now. It's over the top from Joe White. I think it was Ollie Lynch who had the initial chance. There was a suspicion of handball against Lynch. The cross came in from Williams. It was punched clear initially by Wright, but not with any great distance, and Hemel did get the shot in the end from White. It was wild and went over the bar, but a warning sign there for Town.
Yeah, that certainly was a warning sign, and luckily finishing was poor over the bar. Well, actually went over the stand, but put it in a nutshell. But obviously they're probably going to miss Brandon Barzy, who's been out due to an injury from the last match, so it's going to be a big loss for them. But saying that, we've got Adam Thompson, a big loss, so it's all even Stevens so far in this half, apart from winning 1-0 though.
Hemel are scrapping here to try to get back onto the front foot. It's Brosnan on the left for them. He's tried to force it down the line, and he's won a corner. It's the first of the game. It's going to be a corner on the left for Hemel. Chance for them to put men forward. They've reacted well to going behind Hemel. They've had an attack, and now they've got a corner. And it's been a lively start actually from both sides. 9 minutes in, Town a couple of attacks and a goal. Hemel responding well to going behind. They've got their corner now, and it's going to be Williams to take the corner. 7 caps for Wales, and he was in their Euro 2016 squad. George Williams, still only 29. Coming up to 100 appearances now for Hemel. He's standing over it, takes it short in towards the near post, comes back to Williams. No, it doesn't. It's turn on the edge of the area, and that was a really poor routine actually. Town have been able to smuggle back possession, but Hemel have stolen it back again. Here they are on the right. It was an attempted shot from Williams, which was charged down. It spins awkwardly in the centre of the pitch. Hemel tried to sweep it out, but Peake launches an up and under, and that's something for Chukwu to chase. Adenola's got to keep an eye on this. He's given away. Chukwu's taken possession. He shoots, but the whistle has gone. The whistle went. It was a high up and under. Adenola struggled with the bounce. Chukwu muscled him out of the way, got the shot away. The shot was initially half cleared, but by then the whistle had gone. What did you make of that decision against Chuku?
In a nutshell, Paul, I think he won the ball fair and square there. There wasn't any foul. It just had more physicality, but didn't really lean or push. No, it was kind of just use his body, really, and he won the ball fair and square. Terrible decision. First moan about the referee, and it's been about 10 minutes, 25 seconds.
Hemel have restarted with a goal kick up the left, and Town doing their damnedest to smuggle it clear. They've got it up to halfway, where Ogangbu puts his foot through it, goes up the left flank, but Town have won a free kick. Benjamin, the judge to have been fouled by Ollie Lynch, wearing number 9 on the far side, and it would be a free kick to Town in the right back area, down by the right touchline, level with the edge of their own areas. A bit of a pause as they wait to collect the ball. So Town leading 1-0. That goal after 4 minutes from Lennon Peak. Hello to John Daly, listening in Tunisia, by the way. He wins initially the award for the farthest flung fan for today.
Oh, yeah, any tips, John, for holidays, please pass them back on the comments. Definitely need a holiday after this season roller coaster. Score update: Bournemouth 1, Salisbury 0.
Well, if it's the ideal first 11 minutes for Town, taking the lead, one of their relegation rivals going behind. It's a throw to Hemel, left back position for them. They go up the line. Initial header is won by Leonard, flicked on something for Dylan to chase, but Tompkins clears up towards Matthews Lewis. Pete can pick it up inside the Hemel half. Parcell, first time left-footed ping, looking out towards the right, but it's intercepted by Hemel. Agungbo tries to clear up the left. It's a second slightly mishit clearance he's made, and the ball's gone out of play for a Town throw on halfway on the right. Billy Leonard will take. 12 minutes in, Hemel 0, Town 1. Lennon Peak with the early goal. Billy Leonard to take the throw. The big team news today for Town is that Adam Thompson is out. He's missing from the back three, and Charlie Stallard has taken his place. Stallard has missed the last few games as Town have interchanged their left wing backs, but Stallard's in at left-sided centre back today. Town also starting with Anointed Chiku and Kian Dillon up front in attack today. It's going to be a free kick to Hemel inside their own half, halfway inside their own half. Jameson Horlock making his third appearance, the 22-year-old. He's on loan from Luton. Made the bench in the Championship this season against Preston. He's in for his third appearance after a penalty save last week. He takes the free kick. Hawkins lobs it back over halfway, and Chaku is going to compete again, but the assistant linesman waving his flag there against Chaku. A free kick given there. Did you see anything in that one, John?
Yeah, I'm going to have a moan at the linesman after 13.05 seconds. I don't really see it, but it's hard to tell. To give him a bit of a chance, I could let him off this time, the linesman, but it was close, but he probably can see better than the angle he's got. But yeah, ball held up out of play.
So it'll be a free kick on halfway on the left as Hemel Hempstead attack. Mazid Agangbo will take. The Hemel manager Lee Allinson's been very vocal, standing not too far away from us in his dugout. He's chewing his fingernails now. He's been screaming instruction at his players. Been in charge since December, as Hemel were actually top of the National League South after 9 games, then went on an incredible run. I think they only had 1 win between October and New Year's Day. That saw the removal of their manager Bobby Wilkinson. Lee Allinson came in, and since then they've picked up. They're just off the playoff spots in 8th. They've taken the free kick now long, but that's aimless straight into the hands of Joe Wright. Under no pressure, he's able to gather. He's staring into the sun, but no cap today for the long-haired Joe Wright, and he kicks long. Chuku took on his chest, but it's going to be picked up here by the captain Ajayi. Left-footed, he tries to play a long ball forward towards Ollie Lynch, sprinting out towards the left flank. He's stood up by Zav Benjamin. He holds it up, gives it backwards to Ajayi, and now it's played infield to Lynch. He tries to go for the top corner. Ollie Lynch from the left corner of the area. He had a bit of space. He wasn't closed down immediately. He was just inside the area. I think that was a shot rather than the cross, but it was overhit and drifted harmlessly wide. A bit too easy there, perhaps, to get into the Town defence?
Yeah, it was a bit easy, and I think Lee Allinson was moaning he should have passed, I think. But it's worth a shot though, because he found a gap there in the defence, so there's a bit of a worry there, a bit of warning signs of any potential threat there. Lynch seems a decent player, a bit of physical presence, actually reminiscent of our Cian Dillon actually in physique and hair colour.
Yeah, a couple of redheads in the lineups today as Parcell spreads a long ball, high ball out wide to the left. Peake chases it, but Adenola puts it out of play, and that's going to be a throw to Town in an advanced position on the left, just in front of the Town dugout. The two dugouts are at opposite ends of the pitch here. Interestingly, one halfway inside the Town half, one halfway inside the Hemel half. Peake will take the throw on the left, about 20 yards from the corner flag, takes it short to Youngs, gets it back, fires in a low cross in towards the area. Leonard's arriving, it might fall for Chuck, who's saved it on the goal line. It might fall for Leonard, it's blocked on the goal line, and then it's headed clear by Jay, and then it's hooked clear. Oh, two goal line clearances there. The first was a shot from Chucku that Horlick managed to save. The second was blocked. It was from Billy Leonard. Town on the attack again. There's Benjamin trying to come forward, but his cross has been intercepted, and now Brosnan can bring it forward for Hemel. Brosnan infield to Matthews Lewis. Matthews Lewis spreads it wide right towards Williams. He stood up by Stallard. Williams, right corner of the area for Hemel. Takes a step over, gets a left foot shot in. It's low, it's cut out, and Youngs will pick it up on the edge of his own area and bring it to Billy Leonard. And Leonard can now bring it forward for Town. John, I'll bring you in a minute and those chances for Town that were blocked off the line. But Billy Leonard's on the charge up the right. He's taking on two players. He tries to feed it infield towards Dillon, but it's cut out there by Jay. Good turn though in the centre by Brown, and then Hemel launched the ball up towards Joe Wright. John, those two chances blocked on the line.
Really, I don't know, could have done better actually, Chukwu there, but it was a great block on the line and off the line again twice. Great defending as well, got credit where it's due there, and it's a really exciting game, end to end, I'll say, and 100% improvement on the first half of our home match last week, though the second half was very interesting indeed, but that's a great start, end to end, but really should have been 2 up.
You mentioned that Chucku might have done better there. He had 5 goals in 17 appearances at Welling until December when he arrived at Town. He's only had 1 goal in 20 appearances since joining Town in December. What do you make of his contribution so far in a Town shirt?
I think he's good. He's good holding the ball. He's got a physical presence to release the number 9. Really, who is like really Cian Dillon. So I think it's going to be a good combination. See, they've got to have time to play together. Since obviously we only just got Cian back into the side on loan from QPR. So it's a good combination. I think it's working, and it's creating havoc at the back there for their defence, having that physical presence. And earlier he was really unfairly given a free kick against for winning the ball by shrugging off the defender by using his body, and the jury's out, I guess, but he's still a good team member, though, definitely.
Keeping an eye as well. Oh, Billy Leonard's just been flattened by a clearance at point blank range there. He was in the air when it hit him and it flattened it, but here's Sam Youngs giving the ball to Dillon, who tries the chip, an extravagant chip from 20 yards. It's gone over the bar. Cian Dillon, I was talking to Adam Thompson just before kickoff. Thompson, who's out injured today. Adam was saying that Cian Dillon is actually still playing for QPR under 21s. He played for them backwards towards Charlie Stallard, his long floppy hair. He plays it to Mickey Parcell on halfway. Parcell to goal. Plays it to Stallard, plays it. That's a good pass. Look at Peake. Adenola played quite clear. That's a Peake. Cross into the area. That's cut out by JP. Now cross gone behind the corner. Comes a wrap by observation from the Town fans. From a great sprint there from Parcell. And Peake's standing dangerous. Great left there.
Yeah, and again, this is how playing the left strengths. Enfield Town by places ball on the ground, passing, interchanging ball, and Mr. Peake, Mr. Assist is there. Hopefully, take they're not now. The sister there, but plays red box red to meet this cross as well. Play box to
corner Town then. On the left, to be actually obscured from our view of the dugout. On it comes towards the centre of the Mollen Youngs had the heads in it up and over. Centre goal kick. Mollen's given it was heads delivery right into the centre of the yard box. Young's right, and he's he tripped over a player time. Young shoelace there. Young is high. He couldn't get on Shivit. Against some good delivery, couldn't let him peak.
Yeah, I think the Enfield Town I think for the best opportunity, and I feel more with them to the moment. The tuning is we doesn't want to ruin all those missed chances, them because he just wants one deflection or one attack, and then it's on all. But hope actually the tate's going, then signs are going all the town. So let's keep it up and it's hands as all. up. And
Benjamin wins header just inside his own half. Brown muscles 2 men out of the way. Just there and dumps a foot around. Dylan comes into there and him. And now it's with Leonard on the right. Leonard looks up, crosses in towards the air, but he can wrap his arm around that. That's easy forwards for, but Hall in around. That's a small goal, and for the 27 minutes, Hemel nil, and for the Town 1 minute. Town playing in purple on an R-Town service, so much to the serve, and that seems to be benefiting the pass through the game. And notice that key pass been able to his the game is keep his up, his down, and a few passes up. Down from the central position out wide. His ball held up slightly in the air from central. Now goal kick up the air. Stacks back to Agbo. He plays it long the back in, but looking for Lynch. But Hawkins is in, or not the best clearance from Potting Fell, and it's headed clear. And now Lynch Lynch for Hemel. But the flag goes up. A flag is up. Is this allowed? Left side. I'm getting all sorts of the filthiest from the Hemel fans around me, but the flag has gone up. It was a mistake got from Mickey Parcell. Parcell's clearance wasn't the biggest. It was played forward. It was a bit of a swift, really. The clearance was forward, played forward towards Oliver Lynn into the air. This was the left side of the air. So he sort of uttered it into Joe Wright. The flag went. We're too far away. We're halfway and low down. We can't really make out how accurate or not that explosion was, but we can't make of it out on how
the last one was on. No, I could just about making it yeah, a bit of a calamity. I think it mixed clear by Mickey Parcell, and it just fell nicely there. So in midfield, this hustle, this has been set for probably one by Enfield, especially Billy Brown for there with one winning by Jules with you, Louis Bress. So Jules against play deep, but said there's always a threat there. There was opposed to threat home.
Hemel have possession outside their own half. Just outside their own area. They passed it from just to right. And now Adenola to go long up line, but Allard's into that. Adenola comes up to go halfway. Lobs are Allard the ball forward to come to that. Log got enough precision and it's easy enough for James Gordon Horlick to gather in. Enough Horlick hauls it out wide to gather Gungbo into Tilted Jutty. Hemel build from Dung back. Town of flying quite impressive. And chucking and Youngs and now Preek, but Town and Hemel have played through well. Now it's Williams to loft to play ball well up the right to Lynch ball for right with Hawkins, then pass up comes across to help out it. And this comes with the help going against it, and their pass up. It is a threat to Hemel with on the right and in their advanced position. They got 20 yards from the right goal. That by Adenola gets it back on the right, gives it by field to Joe right, back with Adenola. It's about advancing towards right there now. Try to play 1-2 Williams, but Ballard comes across Staller in. Try to show with that Williams or Adenola kept it in play. Not to White. Flag's gonna add a goal kick. Kept to White Enfield's flag. Goal. We reached the half hour in mark. So far, so good. For Mark, although if I know McPherson, I suspect he'll suggest that Down should have taken advantage of the chances he created. Now scored again. That would be the criticism for Down at this score to anything else. That would
taking the chances and just playing it simple at the back out really, just without them Simpson missing it. Don't want to take any chances without some clear the ball any opportunity. I think because they do any presses as well. The Hempstead press, so we're always going to be a danger. Just got to be at the backs. I think for a knee pass because then better than Joe thinks Williams does. He seems to be all over.
Giving a bit of feedback on the chat that the reception isn't the best on this chat, so I'll try to look into isn't half to try to work on that. Possibilities for that. Try beyond the control at the moment. Just keep commenting for now, though. Hemel trying to build their letting, but Hawkins into sales, stairs along ball, but forward. And that's easy enough for James along Horlick, and it remains enough for Hemel tap one. The ball's with Joey, the Hemel captain one. Joey over 100 appearances for Hemel. Ball's now played along up the right for Hemel toward Williams. Up the Hawkins for an almighty clear clearance. We're not seeing that ball like they're not landing in Son's back guardsman.
I was more worried about my Colin. I think
to be a threat to Hemel. Pretty dangerous position. Left with the edge of the area on the right. Pretty with the There, take right. Caught up line. Adino Williams battling for its right. And his goal's better. Williams pulls it, clicking towards the right area. Best sequeled clear. Corner is Akivan. Yeah. Hemel's second corner of the game. This one on the right. And as mentioned earlier, Williams is proving a nuisance on the flank. William Hemel was trying to haggle the ball out there, and Williams was kept at it, pull the ball back there, and from that tackle were able to clear it only for a corner. And that's mattering away. Hemel found it behind the call that they're attacking now. Trying to rouse their players. Again, they got subscribing views, so we can't actually see the corner flag, but it will be a corner for actually corner at the right. The amassing players primarily one on the goalkeeper and 4 more primarily on the penalty spot, with 2 on the edge of the area. On the spot, Town over 2-3-1 back inside their own area. Every single man inside their own area. Every man. In comes corner now towards the back post. In everyone Tom Cax can barely get ahead on everyone, and it's just off the top of his head and gone for the head on the fast side. It's a throw head down their right position on that side. So with categorize officially at a waste. He would a waste. Be a throw to Town, right back position. 12 minutes till the break, right position. John, I'll ask you for a moment. 12 for any updates on the scores from behind the ground. But some Town take all on their right. Billy Leonard throws down the line on Young and it dives in the line, but it's loose, and Will can pick it up, but Hemel he spreads it out right to the right. Will nods it into his own half and adds Enfield come out to William on the right in the tackle and pass out was in there like a flash on the right to play to throws in flat to Hemel. That's Nola takes overhead Wiltshire, and then going to go to Jack's right. He gives it wide left. Here's a gun going to go wide. He gives it up the left. Here's a fifth. Comes back to right. Puts in the middle third. Hemel just have 8 spell of possession, then puts some short past Hemel together, but tackles Mouse and puts that in there. Together Leonard wins possession, plays the ball in up the line with the giant. Play collect for Hemel, and they will have last start again. 10 collects from the break, and Hemel nails Town 1 early goal from Lennon pitch 4 minutes. Hemel's in Town, and then early pass. Lennon goes flying into the ball in the field. Everybody appeal number free kick, and the free kick on Town way against Owen Wiltsh on the way. Just to a phone Parcell. He's got a bit between his teeth in Parcell, doesn't he?
He certainly has. He's a fighty one, doesn't it? The time. That's what you want, really. You want leadership, and that's she's the team forward, and that was good. He'll fight for every blade of grass, I think, and that's good. And if like kind of dangerous position for free kick, actually, because we got Chuck up there, you got Hawkins there as well, and Bailey Brown.
Then might think it's a shot here. It's about 40 yards from goal, slightly to the right of the D. It's about yards. Nearly it's still too far for the shot, but I've seen him shoot to be inshotted from this sort of range. Shoot 3-man ball being asked by Hempstead. But Town will also have 5 men forward, but on the edge of the area, have men forward delivery. Yeah, Peter, left foot, wearing left luminous pinkish boot, where his steps up now. Munches goes goal straight up to the drift golf. James Strawlick to the drift up and down pretty well. Ball straight at the goal for not up enough power to either to dribble him in that. For Hemel trying to build on the left, the balls will hit. Played forward for Hemel. Ollie Lynch will chase the ball left flank for Lynch. Ollie's up, chase that wide. Black ball comes in fizzled back, but Peak is able to take a touch and spat the area clear. Able to touch only because Wiltshire her and then Chick did really well to put pressure on Wiltshire. The ball did squeeze that all day in Town on the throw. Good defence play there from the playing forward one.
Yeah, he puts himself about everywhere, and that's what I like about it. Yeah, he just told his dad and that's why it was a goal. But he's to get there, so maybe to the his day. Everybody, the Towners, the teams fight for everybody, and every battle there. Sealy Brown, Team Beshin, and Edel there.
Yeah, really Brown up against both old team. He'll be particularly keen to get Brown up over there. He'll be Leonard competing in the fields, but this is Peter Neal. A good run here from Brosnan. He's given it a good wide right. If Williams crossed the right to him, Williams missed his completely. There was some covering coming in from Zach Benjamin, but it was pretty much for a free header for Ollie Lynch at the back post. And if anything, it may Lynch flicked off his head, but could have done a lot better. It was only a few yards head goal. Could have similar to Peak's goal. It's yourself in the early stages for Town. Billy Leonard going to bring it forward now for Town on the right. And it's forward down Spaced up by Longbow. Then it's his foot. It goes backwards towards base and Brown. Longbow back to it goes out. Benjamin and Town will go all the way back. Goalkeeper with still opportunity there for him at the back post. Goal.
He should have done better without choosing a great ball. Williams should again. He's the biggest threat choosing this, but Hemel at the moment get big. And them just on a free kick on their own, just off Hemel on the left side. Off him, so game's very open, and it's game 1-0. I think the Town need to get another goal if they're going to win this match, because otherwise that's my heart in my mouth every time they attack at the moment. And it's Williams putting the ball in midfield.
Williams in the centre circle, feeds wide right to Adenola, possession, wide right. Edging towards the right corner is the area. Adenola puts his foot edge, gives it out right wide to Williams. Williams had flings. So think about it. Gives last bit instead. Wide drifts and films. Beats two players into the area now. Good covering from the drift peak. Beats it really well. Is in clearance in as far as Adenola. He gets out to the far to the area. Dylan heads back. Bean Leonard pides forward over halfway. Heads Hemel. Bean Leonard for getting off. Growing into the game. The last 10 minutes particular. They've grown started to assert themselves. And they've been primarily on the front foot. There's just on half a play now. Looking on to build with Joe White. Just and King up to Brosnan. Joe White advancing down the left flank for Hemel. And some downtown territory gives it for Lynch, but Benjamin gets down front of him. It's cleared up over halfway. Something for Chuffman to chase Dimkin. Something constantly heads back to his goalkeeper. And for those of them struggling back to hear for commentary, to understand bad reception, come half time, which is 7 minutes away. Try to adjust that. Meantime, Hawkins heads up the line. Up and it's with Brosnan. Left flank to Enfield to right. Hemel in possession on halfway. Right now, head to Adenola on the right half. Adenola looks for William as ever. Seems goes back on Adenola. Adik gives chase. Adenola Williamsfield towards Adulcher. He gets into play this by Hemel. Williams 20 yards. He'll try to flick it, but Hawkins took there first. Still Hemel on the attack. Adenola keeps there. Play down, but still corner flag in the right area. On a Bill throw. Play views scored by the rag out. One of us have to wait to see whatever decide. The refs give flag throw. Towns have to wait. See good interplay though for Hemel, and they've really turned as well in the last 10 minutes. Say Hemel.
This week down the right side means more threat moment. Down the side don't give them a decent crossover, and it's going to happen soon later. So it's got to learn, life end on the right side.
The ball is headed out of Peak, keeps it in play, in front of us, and keeps in play. He hasn't confronted in place. The linesman's waved to the flag. The
update. Ball 2, Salisbury Hill. Says to the good result for Hills, and the Sentinel says still the 0-0 Dorking Monsters.
Dorking, who was second in the Panorama National League, so he might have been vector favour from them. Hemel have seen another vector up the right from spot play. Sells in, takes it in his chest and tries to put it clear. Takes and he's dispossessed by Leonard and Town come away now. He's the right left. Leonard to beat Brosnan. Come up Enfield right. Goes backwards towards Benjamin. He's got no time. Puts his foot in it. Gives it backwards to Bailey Brown. Back to Nick Benjamin. Brown. Slightly heavy to scratch. Back Brown. Turns. Goes back to Hawkins. The centre of back three because Town missing Adam Thompson out. This injured with a back ankle leg injury. Hawkins is injured to long and Hington looking for Lennon Peak to his left wing position with a lever hit and out of play with goal. Keeps looking with 5 give it over 5 minutes to go. Hits him with Hemel. Still Tamin who stand out players for you in the first half.
I think Mickey Boston on the middle's been everywhere, throwing himself about everywhere. Throw up Chuff was done really well actually. Holding up ball, fine ball, and Bailey Brown in the middle to ball ourselves, balling those mid-round duels to and then Hawkins who dare us heading the ball away.
Flat gone up against Lynch. It's the first time the headed in Hemel number 9. Hemel loan from Newton since January. Only joined in January, but in his 6th appearance, he scored 8 goals for Hemel. His excellent going scored for a striker, excellent any level. He was offside there. There was only be a free kick to Town, which Joe Wright will be obtaining the 1 jersey out today. Recently forced to his attendant, but today He's forced out of the squad. The tail right's kick for long. Peak looks to get out in play. Hoyer and almighty ball back looking towards him. Area Hemel well to get a north on that. Benjamin needs area get there for well just at that does because that was a 50-50 that get Brosnich otherwise that charge clear was and now Billy Leonard tried to take the other man on down the right flank but it's good defending by Mangbo on and right and it's tough he's up but White just outside his own area for him. Gives it wide right to side IE. Still deep inside his own half, but to his right can't think and he goes back inside goalkeeper Harwick. His first time and clearances is got accepted by Parcell on halfway pass. It's a period ball set pass and White has possession for Hemel and just inside his own from the left. Joe Wood is from the left. Now it's with Matthews Lewis and the gung boatman. Smack this the gun fire it the left flank and Lynch will take possession left corner of the left area cuts Enfield talking as if he wasn't the left area lays it back now to he's Lewis back to the gun wide left he's wastes a long ball into the back post Nola climbs an enormous right head it behind notes good right grief it's like he climbs a 5-step ladder there adding he towered above the goal posts there. Well, he got his door onto it and it went wide, but that was got incredible leap from when Samuel Ademola to leap.
God, the leap for Samuel, that was literally that was amazing for Seep and literally make and feature for us didn't score, but for really he's already did threat and that the right divides the middle threat for a moment. I mean, down with the no lead out with Williams as well. I mean,
Adenola and his debut for Hemel back in December against Weymouth. It's his only goal in against colours, however. Breaking again on the right, it's Williams. In Wakefield, it goes to Matthews Lewis, to Adenola, goes to Matthews Lewis again, to Adenola, Enfield, White had low ball in towards Matthews. So it was a good ball, but it was lost over here. It was good to Matt Vision. So in between, it was good to pound defenders in between centre and fullback to just over it. Matthews just couldn't get onto it. And just Town be wanting the time whistle to it. I'm here.
I think so. Time to reassess the game and maybe make any changes. But at the moment, it's they play well. It's good performance. I see Simon Young's led a bit well the ball. But saying that since the goal, it's probably been more pressure than everything, and the team counter-attacks by Enfield pounds Hemel more back into the game. But it's going to be in Bill Post accurate, so hardly can't get him sooner. It's
Chucky's one header from the gumstick and Dylan chased it down to the right corner flag. Header he can place back the away there with one of He's bundled over to the floor. He's going open himself up. Now he's literally piggybacking on his back of it. Jay, how he free kick he's given Hamel's way. But Jay, today's kiss isn't it? He's a little this is Pyro, isn't it? Ian Dylan.
That was comical. It's like having a piggy bank on the there. It's quite heavily really. It's in good spirit. And 1 minute additional time, so just take many deep breaths. Townends out there, just hold on to this and reassess a hard one.
So 45 minutes are up. 1 minute to be played. As Parfell lobs the ball up. He does well in the header against Tompkins, but a jet will be happy to see it in the drift out of Tom and it will be by throw to Hemel. But do you think Griffin's a half-throw message to Hemel be John?
I think it's been to keep it more the same at this stage, but it's heightened up in the back. More especially Mark man the Williams. It's been really the match. I've got to be honest, there's probably the best player on the match at the moment. Seems to be control into the play really. If you seem you need Tristallo to get closer on him, maybe a little bit. Maybe step get on him, a little bit, because the could come in on or something at some stage, or new eights as possibly, or maybe John Ollie in as well. So he got some good options for Orange here, and as options.
The 1 minute the time is up. It's a goal kick to Hemel. 1 minute, so it's a half time up. We'll go any moment. The half ball and shadows just creeping across. James Schmorlick's penalty area, but it's still Clawless blue guide there. Still stiff Douglas guides Horlick's kick. Stiff. The ref does indeed slow the half and whistle at kick at half time. The score does Hemel blow the Town and we're still end at Town 1 because Hemel coming up to 4-0. It's Lennon people cut after it cross it from the it's from Billy Leonard cross. It's in hardly stuffed and started. On the front foot, they had the upper hand, they'd scored the goal, but in the last 50 minutes or so, scored have definitely but crept back for this game. Not over by any stream of prep. Your final thoughts on not first time, John?
hopefully won't be ruining those missed chances. Both Hemel have really got back into the game, and it's not as Hemel definitely really push into the game, and I think it's kids put back against one, probably second half because they're going to go for it, but probably might have a few optics up going to leave, so the game isn't over yet by all means. So it's a good entertaining game though, but if you're neutral out there,
before the tower kicks in, I'll leave you with the half-time score of 0-0 and Town right. The microphone will stay on, so here's some muffled noise in the background, and during the half muffled break I was tried to address the problem of very poor restriction. So join us in about 13-14 minutes, just about 4 o'clock. Rejoin us then for a second half at the Focus Unity. But until then, I leave you with minutes in the back, and on the half-time score. Hempstead now 0, Enfield down 1. Down. To give me looking for a tutor to do, that's the bit right. She gave me this iPhone pounds. She gave me this actually. This is on that one. You can't find it. You never look at the Hemel 18 for Hempstead. It's People are saying I've got good experience. The reception is ridiculous. I've got to get the radio to them. I'm trying to use my real IG. The wife has very It's very happy to do the quality for the thing. I'm not very happy to do it. I'm always kind of waiting for the goal to go For those still listening, I'm going to switch off the broadcast, switch off everything, and then try to restart and try to change. So just be aware you may need to retune back into coverage. Back in coverage. Hello again to any listeners out there. Could you, if possible, leave a message and let us know if you can hear the feeds now? Basically, switch it off and switch it on again in the finest IT crowd fashion. So if you can hear this, do give a bit of feedback and drop a message and let us know how it now sounds. I know there's the tannoy in the background, but if you can hear this and you're able to, please do leave a message to let us know how the feed sounds, because I understand there was a lot of interference and poor reception in the first half. Brilliant. Thank you, Pete. Thanks for the feedback. And apologies for the reception in that first half. Fantastic. Thank you, Ian1X old boy. Good to hear. Apologies. We do a sound check before the game, and it seemed to be working before the game, but evidently it didn't hold out during the game, and I'm sorry for that. It's obviously very difficult as well to stop in the middle of play, because there are some listeners who can hear, but hopefully that's resolved it for the second half. Thank you.
'80s best era for music. Even my kids are conditioned to believe now 80s was the best era. 90s, okay.
I was a 90s man myself. Good afternoon, welcome back to the Focus Community Arena. Hopefully you can hear us loud and clear for live second half coverage of Hemel Hempstead Town versus Enfield Town. My profuse apologies for the poor reception you may have heard during the first half, or may have not heard during the first half. Very sorry about that. Hopefully it's resolved now, and you can join us for the full second half coverage. The players are coming out back onto the pitch. Cones are laid out for the Town players. Steve Conroy casting the wary eye over them, his beady eye, as one player after another hops and skips through the cones, apart from Bailey Brown, who just charges straight through them, bottle in hand. Doesn't look like there are any changes, although John Oyenuga is in deep discussion with Sam Youngs. But Oyenuga, I can see there, still in his bib. Hish Kasimu still in his bib. Doesn't appear that Town have made any changes. They do lead by 1-0. The Town team, to refresh your memories, is Joe Wright in goal. At the back, Zav Benjamin, Henry Hawkins and Charlie Stallard, who's in for the injured Adam Thompson. The wing backs, Lennon Peake on the left, Billy Leonard on the right, captain Mickey Parcell and Bailey Brown in the centre, and then Sam Youngs behind the front two of Kean Dillon and Anointed Chuku. And the Town substitutes today are Oyenuga, Bates, Knight, Sidwell and Kasimu. It will be Town to kick off the second half. The Hemel players just emerging themselves. It looks like a change might be about to be signalled by Alfie Ibrahim, our fourth official. He's furiously at work on his board right in front of us, and he's indicating a 9 and a 16 and just trying to work out what that means. That means that Matthew Achuba is coming on for Ollie Lynch, who was quite prominent in the first half, made a lot of runs, albeit a lot of them were offside. But it is a change. Achuba's taken up station right in front of us here, and he's trotting in field now. So we'll wait and see what that means. But Hemel obviously unhappy with their performance in the first half. Second half about to begin. Do get in touch on the chat if there are any further problems with the audio. Although I'm not sure there'll be much I'll be able to do about it once the second half resumes. We're about to resume. The whistle has gone and we're back and underway. Town kicking off. The ball is fired long straight up the centre this time, and it's Ajayi who gets the first head on it. Matthews Lewis holds it up on halfway, and it's Achuba, the substitute, who gets the first touch. It's back with Tompkins. Now Adenola on the right for Hemel, and they try to attack down the right. It's something for White to chase, but that's gone out of play, and it will be a throw to Town left back position. Town fans have now amassed behind the goal that they're attacking to our right, and they're immediately in good voice. Big chorus. Fantastic support from the Town faithful. A late first half goal, by the way, in the St Albans Dorking game. John, you were saying Dorking have the lead and deep into added time there, so all the scores going Town's way at the moment. Salisbury behind and St Albans behind, but it's Hemel on the attack here. Here's a Gungbo for them. He's given it to Wiltshire. He's gone back to Jai, and here's a Gungbo. A Gungbo on halfway on the left for Hemel, inching forward. Attempts the 1-2 with Matthews Lewis. Now it's forward and Hawkins gets ahead on it. Parcell challenges. Wiltshire is beaten to it by Sam Youngs. Lobs a high ball and Chiku's sprinting after it. Ajayi's got to keep an eye on that. Oh, he's done really well there. Ajayi hooked it over his body and will come forward with it. Good defending there from Ajayi, the Hemel captain. 10 yellow cards this season for Ajayi, not a single one last season, so he's obviously injected a bit of aggression into his game this year. Or just lost his sense of timing, I suppose. Adenola lobs a long ball forward up the right. Hawkins keeps an eye on the bouncing ball, heads it back. Joe Wright gathers. Good powerful header there from Hawkins because it wasn't a short distance, but he did well. And after 2 minutes of the second half, it's Hemel Hempstead 0, Enfield Town 1. Joe Wright kicks from his hands up towards halfway. Billy Leonard scrambles across to try to get ahead in it, and it's going to drop nicely for Chuku. He tries to take on Ajayi for pace, but Ajayi's got his body in between man and ball, then goes down, play goes on. Ajayi and Chuku, that's a good match between two muscular units. And now the ball's being played up the line. Matthews Lewis tugging the shirt of Benjamin, 6-1, half a dozen. Benjamin's had the free kick given against him. He's appealing that his own shirt was tugged. Free kick has gone Hemel's way. What did you make of that, Little?
Yeah, I think he probably got a bit on the player there, actually. And but you're saying, Ajayi is a good player. He's been man of the match about 6 times or something. I saw the stats. It was like he's a solid player, and he keeps winning a couple of those tussles with Chukwueze this beginning of the half. So, but he's a seasoned professional. He said 10 yellows. Yeah, he's injected, like he said, either a little lack of pace or he's got more steel in his performance. But we will assess it at the end of the game.
It takes some doing to muscle anointed Chuku out of the way. So he's obviously hasn't skipped gym days. So this free kick to Hemel. It's level with the edge of the Town area on the left. It's about 5 yards infield from the touchline, so a very dangerous position. George Williams is over it, and Hemel have 6 players lined up on the edge of the area. In comes the right-footed free kick, deep into the area. It's headed clear by Town initially. Dylan will try to scamper for the leftovers, and Peake battles for it on the left touchline, does really well from a prone position to give it to Dylan, who's brought it down beautifully, and now cutting inside his man. Oh, he's done brilliantly, Dylan. Now it's fed it into the path for Sam Youngs on the charge on the left, into the area, left corner of the area. Sam Youngs, Cruyff turns to come back inside. Youngs holds it up, left of the area, still turning, looking for an option. He's forced to go back out wide, so Lennon Peake on the touchline on the left. Peake swings across into the area, diving effort from Dylan. It's just beyond him, and Hemel can win possession back, and Tompkins will lob a ball forward up towards halfway where Stallard gets in. Peake does well to keep it in play up against Adenola. Adenola's forced to pop it out of play. Great play there on halfway, first from Peake from a position lying on the floor to stab the ball forward to Dylan, and then Dylan did brilliantly to muscle his way into possession and feed Sam Youngs.
Yeah, they did well. Peake did well to get it to Dylan, and Dylan did the extreme low using his physique there. He's a tough lad. Belies, his age belies his strength as well, and top player there, and was causing a threat, and I've got to inject some sort of pressure on Hemel actually, rather than sitting back, because we definitely need the second goal.
Town on the front foot at least here. Here's Stallard sweeping the ball in towards the area. Youngs gets ahead in it. Dylan nods it back down. Here's Youngs again, tries the shot. He's got to fall to Billy Leonard, edge of the area, shoots straight at the goalkeeper. Sam Youngs brought it down the edge of the area. He fed it to Leonard, who was arriving. It was fairly central, just to the right of the D. Leonard took it onto his left foot, stabbed it forward, but it went straight at the goalkeeper. First shot, though, for the second half for Town. They've started the second half well, John.
Yeah, it's a really bright start. A bit like reminiscent of the first half, actually. And Leonard, maybe it's on his left foot, slightly weaker foot. They went straight to the keeper, really.
Billy Leonard right in front of us, instructing Chuku to run, takes the throw. It's headed clear by Hemel, and it will go out of play, and Billy Leonard right in front of us still will take another throw. Hello to Spencer in California, competing with John Daly in Tunisia for our prize of furthest flung listener. It's 1-0 to Town, and now Town have won a corner 5 minutes into the second half. Billy Leonard's throw up the right flank was nodded on by a Hemel player, and Town have their second corner off the game. It's going to be taken on the right, and Town fans behind the goal in a huge voice. If you're just joining us, Town leading by 1-0. The goal after 4 minutes of the first half from Lennon Peake, a header from close range after a cross from Billy Leonard was missed by everybody in the centre, and Peake stolen at the far post. And now Town have a corner on the right. I'd love to tell you who can take it. but there's a dugout and about 50 spectators plus the Hemel coaching staff in my way, so I can't tell you. It's taken long, however, in towards the centre of the goal. Goalkeeper only gets half a hand on it, but Hemel squirt it clear towards the edge of the area. Stallard then gives it back to the wide right position, and here's Leonard on his left foot. Crosses charge down though, and now Benjamin has to tidy up at the back, and he's done well to get there first. Give a bouncing ball to Joe Wright, but under no pressure. Wright can bring it under control, and right-footed clear it straight up the middle. Gungbo gets ahead in it. Parcell heads it back. Peake will try to bring it down on the right here. However, it's going to fall to Williams. He hooks it forward. Flag staying down. Flag goes up. It was a late run from Joe White, but the flag still went up. Been a lot of offsides against Hemel today. I don't know if that says something about the high line that Town are playing or the mistimed runs of the Hemel forwards, but a lot of offsides.
It's a bit of both, I think, really. They're both, I think there's about nearly 2 players offside there. They're playing a high line, but hopefully not like Tottenham's high line. Otherwise, I will be panicking. But yeah, it's so far the tactics are working, so can't complain.
Any excuse for a dig, eh, John? Yeah. Joe Wright's goal kick has resulted in another free kick given against Anointed Chuku, this time against a Gungbo. Chuku's not very happy about it. The Hemel bench have something to say about it as well, but it's not going to be anything more than a free kick, which Horlick takes long up the left for Hemel. Benjamin's happy to see that out of play as Matthews Lewis gave chase, and 7 minutes into the second half it remains Hemel 0, Town 1. Hemel have made the one substitution at half time. Ollie Lynch has gone off, Matthew Chuba's come on, but it hasn't changed their propensity for straying offside. Joe Wright takes the goal kick up the right. Billy Leonard scurries across to keep it in, but he won't be able to. That's just drifted over his head, and it's a throw on halfway to Hemel on their left. Chigungbo takes backwards to Ajayi. Ajayi goes across goal. It's Tompkins deep inside their own half here, Hemel. They ended the first half well, but they've started the second half slightly on the back foot. Town have come out of the traps in sprightly fashion as the ball's going to come right towards us in our gantry area. It's headed out of play by Gungbo, and it'll be a throw to Billy Leonard. Close enough we could lean over and tap him on the shoulder. Leonard in short sleeves, ever present this season. Billy Leonard, 2 goals and 4 yellow cards. Former Player of the Year and Supporters Player of the Year for Hendon last season, as Hendon smuggle back possession, try to keep ball in play deep inside their own half. They force it up to halfway. Zav Benjamin gets in there, clears it out of play, out of the stadium. We're going to need another ball. We've got another ball, and it's a throw that Brosnan leaves for a Gungbo on halfway on the left for Hemel. He goes back to Ajayi, and Hemel will build from the back. 9 minutes into the second half. Hemel 0, Enfield Town 1. Lennon Peake with the only goal so far. As Horlick kicks from feet, up over halfway. Benjamin rises, gets a head on it. Can see the sweat come off him and the ball there as he won that header. Now it's stabbed forward. Peake picks it up inside the centre circle. Dillon stabs it forward first time to Chuku, right corner of the area. Chuku towards the byline, goes for goal. It was an acute angle and it's gone wide. Couldn't wrap his foot around that. Peake is waving a frustrated hand at the back post there, suggesting he might have crossed it. Do you think Chuku picked the best option there?
I think his first touch wasn't great, and I think because it's quite fast pitch with, and it's the artificial pitch as well, and wasn't probably a great decision there. I think he could have held it and crossed it back really, rather than shooting at that acute angle. And yeah, wasn't a great shot in the end, to be fair. It's all about decision making, this sort of games, and you know, all these 50-50 tussles in the middle, which Enfield are winning. Bailey Brown doing very well in the middle, and it's going to and fro at the moment in the midfield, the ball, and it's great play. I mean, and Williams has been pushed out of the ball, which is brilliant. The Stallard's got the better of Williams there. That's a first.
Yeah, it's Williams, as you said in the first half, was certainly one of the prime danger men for Hemel, primarily on the right, but he was been popping up in other places as well, and Stallard's had his work cut out. Stallard in the team today because Adam Thompson is out injured with ankle ligament damage. Caught up with him before the game. He's hoping it won't be too long, but I think that's one they're going to take on a game-by-game basis. And the ball's out of play in the right-back position for Town. It'll be a throw. Billy Leonard will take. 10 minutes into the second half then, 11 now. Hemel 0. Town 1. Town take the throw up the line. Hemel get it clear. Billy Leonard and Sam Youngs between them win possession, and Town have won a throw. That crash you can hear repeated times is the ball bouncing above our heads on the corrugated iron roof. As Billy Leonard takes the throw, lets out a gasp as he takes it up the line on the right. Hemel being pressurised by the tenacious Dillon, but they've cleared the ball up over halfway, and Hawkins is happy to let that bounce all the way through to Joe Wright, his goalkeeper. Joe Wright, the Centurion now for Enfield Town, 95 appearances in his first spell, and this is his 9th in his second spell. 2 clean sheets to his name in this second spell now. Hemel trying to build on the left. Benjamin in a foot race here with Brosnan. Benjamin's done well. It's going to go back to Wright, keeps his eye on it, kicks high into the air. Everyone shields their eyes to try and keep an eye on that. Agungbo did well to win the header in the end, and Wiltshire is able to give it back to Agungbo, who stabs it over halfway. Stallard gets a head on it. Peak is having to track back here, but Williams pick it up in the centre for Hemel. Heavy touch there from Brosnan wide left to Agungbo. Agungbo halfway inside the Town half on the left, gives it infield to Wiltshire just by the centre circle now, and Town have got everyone back. They've maintained their shape, and Hemel are going to have to try to play through them. Good disciplined defensive performance so far from Town, right from the top all the way back. Here's Ajayi on halfway for Hemel, wide left to Agungbo. Agungbo was drifted past Billy Leonard with ease, up towards the left edge of the area, goes wide left. Low cross comes in, but the flag has once again gone up against Hemel Hempstead. And if Lee Allenson, I mean, he's got a lot of hair, but if he was to tear it out about anything, it would be about the number of offsides that Hemel have conceded. I make that at least half a dozen during the course of this game.
Probably worse than Adebayor's record of offsides. I never knew anybody up to that date who did more offsides. But yeah, it's whatever happens seems to be working defensively at the moment, but then it's more of a mistake at times of pushing forward than actually defensively, because it was really on the byline there. You think, how on earth could you get offside there, to be fair? But hopefully more of this, and we can relax a little bit.
Hemel in possession on halfway. It's with Brosnan. Infield to White. White chips it forward. Here's Matthews Lewis on the chase, but that's easy enough for Joe Wright. He was alert. He's come to the edge of the area to gather. Town fans break into voice. Dare I suggest they may have had some half-time lubrication to aid them in their support? Or won the Grand National, indeed. Who knows?
Yeah, I think I might have to do something stronger at this rate if we have to cling on to a 1-0, to be fair. But great fans as always. Probably one of the best of fans without even being biased, at home and away. And brilliant fans. And great atmosphere here.
Yeah, lovely little stadium. There's still not a cloud in the sky. It's just that one kite, the bird, not the toy, that flutters around or glides around here and there. Hemel have possession on halfway. White gives it sideways to Gungbo, and he's going to bring it forward on the left. Gungbo plays it forward. Brosnan struggling to keep it in, and Sam Youngs has stolen it off him, and then being shoved to the ground, picking himself up now, but play's continuing. Here's the substitute Tuba giving it back to Tompkins. Tompkins wide right to Adenola. Tuba again trying to play it forward. White inside Town territory now, wide on the right. This is Williams, former Welsh international, playing all the way down at step 2 now. Joe White spreads it wide right, and here's Agungbo, gives it to Brosnan down the left corner for Hemel. Back to Agungbo, trying to build patiently. Infield it comes now to Matthews Lewis. However, Hemel have been forced back again. They're having to build from the back, and now it's gone forward to Williams on the right flank. He tries to drift across into the area. Header goes up, it's over the bar. It was a good effort. Good cross, actually. Low whipped cross in towards the area, and I think it was a Gungbo sneaking forward all the way back from left wing back, or left back, into the area, but his header flew upwards out of play. And there is company for the lone solitary kite in the air. He's got 2 other birds alongside him, and now I can see a plume of vapour fumes from an aeroplane as well. So there is a little bit of colour in the sky. It's otherwise brilliantly blue though. Lovely day. Shadows starting to lengthen a little bit as Joe Wright takes the free kick up towards the left flank. Dylan is wrestled to the ground by Jai and won the free kick. That's not a bad position to have a free kick. It's about 15 yards inside the Hemel half, ever so slightly to the left of centre. And Town have an opportunity to send the big men forward here. And that was out of nothing. Be really impressed with Dylan. He's definitely standing under 6 foot. I'd guess 5'10", but he's stocky. He's only 18 and he really puts himself about, winning the free kick there from Ajayi. And Ajayi, as we mentioned earlier, has been winning aerial combats with Anointed Chuku. So good, impressive physical battling there from Cian Dillon. And now Town will have a free kick with Lennon Peak. So as I said, it's about 15 yards inside the Hemel half, slightly to the left. Town have everyone on, they've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the edge of the Hemel area, in a line from centre to the right. Town fans providing the vocal background as Peak's free kick is swung towards the centre. It's headed clear initially and then stabbed clear by Hemel. Leonard backheaders it, but Achuba is able to clear up towards halfway. Mickey Parcell puts heart and soul into that clearing header, and it's out of play for a throw to Hemel deep inside their own half on the left. Mazid Agungbo, former Arsenal youth, looks displeased with the support he's receiving around him as he prepares to take this throw. Still hasn't taken the throw yet. Looks slightly infuriated there by the end of it. He's taken his throw finally now. Back to Ajayi. It's with Wiltshire and it's back with Agungbo. And good pressure from Billy Leonard forces him to go backwards again to Ajayi, and then Dillon stabs in. Blocks the attempted ball forward from Ajayi. Really good work again from Cian Dillon. What have you made of him so far in his first start?
I tell you what, he's mature for his age, that's for sure, and he's given the experienced Ajayi a hard time as well, and everybody at the back.
Radinola's bringing it forward here, and he's found White. Joe White's giving it wide left to Brosnan, deep inside Town territory. Here's Brosnan cutting onto his right foot edge of the area, chips into the area, it's a flicked header, and it's saved by Joe Wright. Achuba with a flicked header in the area. The angle deceived us for a moment, and I think some of the fans around us thought it was flying in, but Joe Wright had it comfortably under control. Just a little reminder there from Town, who have started the first half on the front foot. Just a reminder of the threat that Hemel do pose once they fling crosses into the area. Joe Wright kicks from feet. We'll ask you again in a moment for score updates from around the grounds, John. But Hemel have launched the ball forward. That's easy enough for Hawkins to head back whence it came, and it's Bailey Brown holding it up under pressure on the left, trying to stab it forward, but Adinola's cut it out. He's fed it forward to George Williams. Back with Adinola, one full back to the other as Achuba then gives it to Agungbo. And Achuba, the substitute, busy little terrier in the base of the midfield for Hemel. He's done well there to find Wiltshire, and now Adinola stabs it up the right, looking for Matthews Lewis. Just about keeps it in down by the corner flag on the right, and Peake's done well. Bailey Brown will now pick it up outside his own area, gives it wide left. Peake tries to play it up the line towards Chuku. Can Chuku hold it up? No, it's gone out of play, and it'll be a throw to Hemel inside their own half on the right. And Town are preparing a substitute. It's Anointed Chuku who's going to make way, and Jack Bates is coming on. Chuku's going to go off on the far side and trot around the perimeter of the pitch to allow Jack Bates to come on. So what have you made of Anointed Chuku's performance today, John?
It's done well, particularly the first half. Second half, he's given it all, I think, closing down, putting pressure on the defence and everything. Again, the only thing he just seems to lack is a goal in him, or the decision-making the last third, possibly. But he's done a really good performance. Jack Bates is good, great player, but he was man of the match last week, so it's a good substitution, I think, fresh legs.
Yeah, you mentioned Chuku. The one thing he lacked was a goal, and he did have that half chance in the first half that was cleared off the line. And those might be the moments that are all important at the end of the season. So Chuku's off. As you say, Jack Bates was man of the match. He was voted man of the match last week, and in the second half in particular, he was very creative going forward. So Dillon is now the lone striker, and Bates will add a bit more to midfield, but still offer that creativity going forward. However, 20 minutes into the second half, it's a free kick to Hemel, halfway inside the Town half, and on the right, it's a good position to swing in. So it's about 40 yards from goal, but wide on the right. 5 yards infield from the touchline. And Hemel have put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men in just inside the area, in a pretty central position. Town have their big men back. And I think it's Williams on the far side who's going to drift this free kick in with his right foot. There's a 2-man wall. No, it's a 1-man wall. Whistle now goes. Williams steps up, floats it in towards the near post, and it's headed clear easy enough by Mickey Parcell, and it's gone out to play for a throw to Hemel. Still out on the right. Williams doesn't look the most motivated, to be honest, but he takes the throw now, gives it back to the substitute Chuba. Chuba thinks about a cross, then feeds it infield. Brosnan flicks it up. Here's a chance on the left foot, and it's an equaliser! It was Joe White with the finish. The cross came in from the right. It was flicked up. The header from around the penalty spot, flicked over the defence. And Joe White, left-footed as the ball dropped from close range, the left side of the 6-yard box, was able to drill it low past Joe Wright. And 20 minutes into the second half, it's Hemel Hempstead 1, Enfield Town 1.
Yeah, I think it's definitely Joe White. It was a great finish to me. He did it, he took it really well, similar to obviously Chukwu's position, and but he did really well there. And yeah, it was a good cross and very dangerous, and it's 1-1.
Well, Town might feel a bit aggrieved at that. It hadn't been a sustained spell of Hemel pressure, but having cleared the initial free kick very easily from the resulting throw, Hemel worked a crossing opportunity from the right. Town they didn't make any contact with it. It was a Hemel head on it initially, and then at the back post it was a Hemel finish. And now Stallard's missed his kick, and George Williams can pick it up down by the right corner flag for Hemel. Scores now level then, and Hemel on the attack. It's gone back to Chuba. He tries to stab it infield. Hemel player goes down. He's told to get back to his feet, and the ball's just drifted straight through to Joe Wright. The Enfield Town goalkeeper, he can pick it up and go again from the back. 68 minutes gone then. Hemel 1, Enfield Town 1. Lennon Peak after 4 minutes for Town, and Joe White after 67 minutes for Hemel. Joe Wright, the Town goalkeeper, has kicked out of play, so it's a throw. Of course, deflection on its way, so it's a throw to Town, halfway inside the Hemel half on the left. Charlie Stallard will take. Town have just taken off Anointed Chukwu, so it's Cian Dillon on his own in attack, with Youngs and Bates supporting him. That throw's come to naught. It's going to be a goal kick for Hemel. Do you think 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, John, or does it flatter Hemel slightly?
It's a close one. The second half particularly, there's not much in it. I think the first half we had the best chances. It was a bit of an unexpected chance, really. It was the first sort of threat they had, so I think they're getting more into the game now, especially with that goal.
Brosnan's on the attack here for Hemel, but the ball's drifted out of play for a goal kick.
And score updates: Boreham Wood 2, Salisbury 0, and St Albans 0, Dorking Wanderers 1. So still okay, but anything can happen this match. Like I said, they did need another goal, Enfield Town, but unfortunately it's come for Hemel Hempstead. But then it's a good finish, fair credit, and it's a nice little ground, nice atmosphere, so poised for a really strong finish in this game. I'm pretty sure there's going to be one more goal in it. I think can't see us saying 1-1.
20 minutes to go then, and Hemel in possession. Here's Joe White, the goal scorer, 35 yards from goal, spreads it wide right corner of the area. It's Williams. In comes the cross, and it's wide behind the goal, and it's going to be a goal kick for Town. I think it was Adinola on the overlap there on the right who got his angles wrong. But Hemel have been pepped up by that equalising goal these last 5 minutes. They've looked a bit more sprightly. And Town, wouldn't say heads have dropped, but they look like they need a bit of inspiration from somewhere here. There's a bit of gesticulating going on around the pitch. As Wright takes the goal kick over halfway, Parcell climbs, doesn't reach it. Gungbo heads forward, Stallard steps in. Brown can't really get a connection on that, however, and Wiltshire take control here for Hemel. He's done well to find the Gungbo, still inside his own half. He feeds it wide left to Brosnan, inside the town half now. Brosnan cuts inside Benjamin, he loses his footing. Brosnan's still going, slips it in. Here's White, the goal scorer, but Hawkins snuffs it out for Town and then shoves his man to ground. Play goes on. It's down by the corner flag. And Hawkins has done really well. He's brought it out and now he's blasted the ball up the left flank and Dillon will chase it. Ajayi wins the header initially. Bates challenges. Brown steps in to gather the loose ball. Bailey Brown holds it up really well, gives it to Youngs, tries to take it in his stride, but Hemel get it clear. Hawkins heads clear and Bates can bring it down and he'll like this artificial surface. He takes a touch and then spreads it wide left to Lennon Peake. Peake trying to take on his man, fires in an early cross. Here's Dillon, falls for Youngs inside the area. Sam Youngs back to goal. Can he turn? Here comes a shot from Bates. It's blocked and it's smuggled clear by Hemel up to halfway. Charlie Stallard takes a touch, feeds it wide to Peake. Peake does well to race onto that and is then dragged down and wins the free kick. I think it was Wiltshire who dragged him down, put a hand on his shoulder, yanked at his shirt, and it's a free kick in a dangerous position, about 40 yards from goal, level with the left edge of the area. There was an opportunity there a moment ago, John, with a cross into the area and Dillon and Youngs couldn't quite get their shot away.
Oh no, it was so close, and it was a great opportunity, but when they play the ball on the ground quickly forward, it's always a threat. And playing with confidence as well after that goal. A little setback there with the goal equaliser, and still looking good. Town, let's keep the faith out there because anything can happen.
Town have two options from this set piece now because Jack Bates is on the pitch as a substitute for United Chuku and Lennon Peake is actually walking away from the ball, so it would be delivery from Bates, as I say, about 40, maybe 35, 40 yards from goal, level with the left edge of the area. It would be right-footed from Bates. Town have put men forward on the edge of the area. I can see four of them in a line from the D out towards the right. Bates might think about a shot from here, but it would be speculative. The whistle's gone. Up steps Bates. He does shoot. It's crept all the way through. It caused a deflection. It's gone out for a corner for Town. He didn't catch it too cleanly, but it did catch a deflection which had the goalkeeper scrambling, and Lennon Peake's gone across to take the corner. It's a corner out on the left. Town's third of the game, so it'll be an outswinger from Peake. Bates is trotting across towards him. They're going to have a conflab, or is duty going to be exchanged? Indeed, Bates is going to take the corner, so it'll be a right-footed in-swinger as Peake trots over to the left edge of the area instead. The referee blows his whistle. He's spotted something he doesn't like. He's pointing. He's gesticulating as if he's one of those chaps on the airport runway now, waving his arms around. He's called over Wiltshire and Dillon, Cian Dillon. I like to see that Dillon's getting stuck into the heart of things, not overawed at 18, stepping up into step 2 football. He's taking his position right on the heels of the goalkeeper. Right, we can take the free kick now, and it comes from Bates towards the near post, and it's headed clear by Hemel. Bates will collect out on the far side, the left, takes a touch, lays it back to Peake. Peake cuts in field, tries to give it to Brown, edge of the area, left corner of the area. Now it's Stallard, plays it back in field to Brown, corner of the area still, gives it back to Bates, who smashes it, but that's over the top of the bar and into the Town fans behind goal. He has a lovely touch, Bates, but I think he leaned back a little bit on that one as it was rolled back into his path. And with 16 minutes to go, it's Hemel 1, Town 1, and Hemel builds from the back. They launch it forward now. Hawkins wins the initial header. Parcell brings it down neatly and then feeds it towards Billy Leonard, but Brosnan steps in to intercept, and he spreads it towards Achuba, and Achuba will feed it to Williams wide on the right for Hemel, in an attacking position now inside the Town half. Williams trying to take on his man on the outside, cuts back inside. Williams, right corner of the area, then goes backwards towards Adinola. Adinola takes a touch and he drifts infield, still drifting infield. Adinola still going. He's stopped by Town players. It's back pass given to Joe Wright, who's able to shovel it upwards into the sky towards the centre circle. And now a chance for Bates to pick up possession on the left, just inside the Hemel half. Bates cuts infield, beats his man, then spreads it wide. That's really good play from Bates, and he's found Billy Leonard. Inside right position, Leonard tries to ping across. It's spun off the back of a Hemel player. Bailey Brown will pick it up 40 yards from goal, plays it forward to the left. Dillon, first time ball out to Peake. Peake, first time cross. Oh, he's overhit that. That's a shame because it was a nice Town build up. Ball's gone out to play for a goal kick, and Hemel will make a substitution. On will come Chris Smith, and Waiting to see who's coming off, but so number 15 was being held up. Chris Smith coming on, and it looks like Wiltshire is going off. So Karen Wiltshire off. Chris Smith, 27-year-old.
Coming off the field is number 8, Kyron Wiltshire. Coming on to the
27-year-old, this is his 32nd appearance. Came through the Ipswich ranks, joined from Kettering last season. And play will resume with a goal kick for Hemel. It was neat play. It ended with Peak over hitting his cross, but it was neat play on the left there from Town.
Yeah, and the same thing. Town are really going for the winner. It's not like they're sitting back. They're playing with confidence, and to be honest with you, they had the best chances in the game, really. In the second half, edging it, even though conceded a goal. Still probably a better team overall, I'd say, without being biased.
Hemel, however, on the attack at the moment. Here's White, their goal scorer, battling with Sam Youngs. He's done well to feed it forward. Matthews Richards now. Miller Matthews Richards, neat ball, but he's overhit it, looking for George Williams wide right. And they're fans of short patience here, the Hemel fans. They're all around us, and they were displeased with that attempted through ball from Miller Matthews Lewis that drifted out of play. It's a goal kick to Town, 13 minutes remaining. Hemel Hempstead Town 1, Enfield Town 1. Town took the lead, Enfield Town took the lead after 4 minutes. Lennon Peake, header at the back post from close range. But after 67 minutes, Joe White, equally from close range, poached a goal, an equaliser for Hemel. That was 10 minutes ago, but Town now have a free kick. Sam Youngs was pushed in mid-air. And it's a free kick for Town on the left, and Jack Bates has taken hold of the ball. It's 15 yards inside the Hemel half, but it's going to be an attacking free kick for Town here. They've sent the big men forward towards the edge of the area. So the free kick is 5 yards infield from the left touchline, 15 yards inside the Hemel half. Bates, right-footed, swings it in towards the penalty spot. It's a Hemel head onto it initially. Bates scrambles to keep it in play. Now drifts infield onto the right, shoots low. It's spilled by the goalkeeper, and Bailey Brown can't quite snuffle up the rebound. Horlick gathered at the second attempt. He's looked lively since he came on, Jack Bates. He's not been shy of a shot at goal from range either.
Bates is, he's a very technical player, and he gets in the right places, right time, and that was worth a shot really, because he fumbled it, and luckily, he redeemed himself, the keeper, but did really well, Bates there, and posing a big threat.
Yeah, picking up where he left off last week, which was a man of the match performance at the Dave Bryant for Town. Joe Wright's kicked from feet, Sam Youngs has challenged, Bailey Brown's challenged, but Hemel have come away with it, and White, I think, was aware he was going to be offside, and he's let it run through for Joe Wright, the Town goalkeeper, who can pick it up. It looks like Ollie Knight is coming on. John informs me it will be for Lennon Peake, so that will be a third change for Town with 10 minutes remaining. Give a bit of a change of personnel on the left. However, Jack Bates has picked it up 25 yards from goal, feeds it in towards Sam Youngs, couldn't quite bring it under control. The ball flicked off Gungbo last, and it's a fourth corner for Town. And that stems from Jack Bates again, taking control in a very central position, trying to feed it through to Youngs. It was a Hemel foot on it last, and Town have a corner, 4 in total, 2 from the right, this one, 2 from the right, 2 from the left, and this one's going to be from the right. Lennon Peake went over to take it. A gaggle of small ball boys and ball girls walks past us, clad in Hemel red, as Peake prepares to take the corner. Dylan is again on the goalkeeper, and everyone else is by the 6-yard box. In comes the corner. It's allowed to bounce. It's loose inside the area. It's got to come out to Bates on the edge of the area. He's battling, and Benjamin tries to stab it wide right, and the ball's gone out of play for a Hemel throw. Substitution will be made by Town. Peake, the goal scorer, going off. Ollie Knight coming on. 10 minutes remaining. What have you made of Lennon Peake's performance today?
Peake's everywhere on the pitch really, and he's done really well, and it's a good idea, Ollie Knight, fresh legs, last 10 minutes or so plus added time, and like for like really.
Yeah, Ollie Knight, you'd expect, will trot across to the left flank, take over as left wing back, and Hemel will resume play with a throw in their left back position. Just over 9 minutes to go, 1-1. here at the Focus Community Arena. There's an aerial battle in the middle of the pitch. It results in another Hemel throw, this time 10 yards inside the town half. On the left, Agungbo will take it. Mazida Agungbo, ball in hands, looking for assistance. Still looking for assistance. Still looking. Sam Youngs flings his arms up in disgust at the time it's taking, but the referee's just letting play continue. Finally, Agungbo takes a throw, and then a good tackle comes in from Bailey Brown, and it's adjudged to have been a foul. Well, that's a curious one, and it's a free kick in a really dangerous position for Hemel. It's just outside the left corner of the area. What did you make of that one, John?
I think it was very generous to be a foul there, really, because I think he won the ball and he ended up on the floor, Matthews Lewis, and I think, to be honest, Bailey Brown's got a bear of him throughout the game so far. Unfortunate there, but it's a free kick in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, very dangerous. As I say, just outside the left corner of the area. It's about 35 yards from goal. Too far and too distant to the flank to really consider a shot, but Hemel have moved half a dozen men forward into about the line of the penalty spot by the far post, so it's a dangerous position. The referee's having a word with Ollie Knight in the wall. I'm not sure why particularly. Looks like another substitution is in the offing. We've now got the fourth official and the assistant referee in our line of vision as the free kick comes in towards the back post. It's over everybody and it's out for a goal kick. No danger accrues from that one. There are groans from the Hemel fans around us, but it looks like another substitution getting ready. Another substitution being readied by Hemel Hempstead Town. It's going to be Bradley Roberts on for Kai Brosnan. Brosnan had been scurrying up and down the left, so we'll see where Roberts takes up his position. He's a fullback normally. He's back from a loan spell at Cheshunt. The attendance has just been announced as 890, of whom at least a couple of hundred have made the trip from Enfield Town. So fantastic support from Town. 890 in total, and Town are on the attack with a throw on halfway on the left. Charlie Stallard takes long up the line, but it's launched back by the substitute Chris Smith for Hemel, and now Hawkins is backpedaling to make sure he can see this out of play. It's being pressurised, but Hawkins has done well. It's out of play for a goal kick. How do you see this last 6 or 7 minutes, John? Town going to settle for what they have, or do you think they're going to keep pushing for this winner?
I think Town pushed for the winner. They got that belief, I think, and I think the difference is they in this game so far, we've been 1-1, that Hemel took their chance. Really, that was the best chance they had in the game, and probably ruining those missed chances. But overall, Enfield Town are edging it, but it could go either way. Anything could happen in the last 6 minutes plus added time.
The ball is high up in the air. It drops to surface right in the centre spot, and then a late challenge from Bates. Don't think there was much malice in it, but he did elicit a squeal of pain from Matthew Achuba right in the centre spot, and it's a free kick to Hemel on halfway. And the ref he's not having a word with Jack Bates, he's having a word with Tompkins, who's complaining for Hemel. Bates is just getting on with life. Free kick still won't be taken because the ref is just pausing proceedings to have a word with somebody else, and finally it will be taken by Achuba on halfway. Everybody's inside the Town half now. A lot of them are by the edge of the penalty area, the left edge of the penalty area. In comes the free kick. It's over everybody. Can Tompkins keep it in the far side? He's appealing for a corner, and he's won a corner. And Hemel have their third corner. I think Tompkins kept it alive and then ran it into a Town player. And George Williams is coming across to this near side, the left, to take the corner. It will be an in-swinger with his right foot for Hemel. And a moment of concern now for Town, with 5 minutes remaining. It's a corner to Hemel at 1-1. Hish Casimir is ready to come on. He's stripped off and ready. Town really are going to look for this winner, but before that they're going to have to defend this corner. In it comes, and it's over the top of the crossbar. It lands on the roof of the net. That's a waste. Not the first set piece that Hemel have wasted. Town can breathe again, and they can make their substitution. Gavin McPherson's trotting over, looking stern as ever, to give some last minute instructions to Hish Casimir. He's coming on for Cian Dillon on the 86th minute. What have you made of Cian Dillon's contribution today?
It's a great performance, and he's posed a real threat, danger, creating havoc in the defence there at Hemel, and he's done really well. I think it's good a move to put, to make a substitution right now. Really, it was quite good because just fresh legs, finished the game strong, and we still could get a winner here quite easily.
Yeah, like for like in terms of position, but different types of player. Dillon's a bit more physical and battles, and Hish likes to play a bit further up the pitch, I think. There's a right old scrap in the middle third of the pitch, and now Hemel on the attack with Williams. Early cross in towards the area. Header comes in. It's wide off the post. It was a Gungbo who again had advanced all the way into the 6-yard box. The cross was from Williams. A Gungbo's header. Joe Wright saw nothing to concern him there. The ball's been allowed to drift out for a goal kick, and another substitution.
And we have another score update. Boreham Wood 3, Salisbury 0. So it's good for the Towners. And still St Albans 0, Dorking Wanderers 1.
Hemel's substitution will see Miller Matthews Lewis make way for Giovanni McGregor. There's a combination of names. Giovanni McGregor.
Irish,
Scottish, Italian. Yeah. So the number 17, McGregor. He's on. Play will resume with a goal kick to Town, which Joe Wright will take. Last 2.5 minutes of normal time. Wright kicks long over halfway. Brown rises, beaten to it. Parcell heads it on. Adenola heads back. Stallard gets the header in, and then Smith challenges with Casimir. They've both gone to ground, but the free kick has gone Hemel's way on around halfway on the right. And Hemel finishing the game strongly here, the chance to put more pressure on. Free kick will be taken by Chuba, the substitute, gives it to Adinola, gets it back. Chuba inside his own half, spreads it to Ajayi, the captain, still inside his own half. He gives it to Roberts, the substitute, goes up the line. Benjamin clears from Agungbo, peels. John Oyenuga is now being readied as another substitute. The referee loves a pause in proceedings, so he's going to stop things again. John Oyenuga, who limped off the artificial surface at Slough 2 weeks ago. Good to see him back. The fears had been initially that his season was over. He's coming on for Billy Leonard. What have you made of Billy Leonard's contribution today, John?
Oh, Billy's consistent every game. He gives 100%. Gave a good performance of himself. The team's done really well overall, especially a tough away match when you think about it. So, I'm proud so far, and hopefully we can keep the 1-1, if not get a late winner, really, because at the moment anything is still possible.
Hemel have taken a throw up the left on the halfway line. Everybody's now appealing for a throw. It's gone Town's way. Oyenuga's first action will be to pick up this ball. So Oyenuga's taken up Stepson as right wing back, having replaced Billy Leonard. That was like for like, just fresh legs on the right, and with arguably more solid defensive contribution. Oyenuga takes the throw. Brown does really well to hold it up, chips it up the line towards Casimir. He can't get past Ajayi, and it's cleared by Hemel, but that's too long for White, and it will drift out of play, and Town will have a throw right back position, which Oyenuga will take. We're about to see how many minutes of added time will be played as well, as Oyenuga trots back to take the throw. Clock ticks towards 90. Oyenuga throws up the line, up towards halfway. Youngs challenges for it, wins it. Casimir will now pick it up. Casimir tries to thread it into the path of Bates, just couldn't quite get the same wavelength there, and Tompkins has cleared long. 5 minutes will be added on. Stallard clears up the line for Town. It's gone out of play. It's a throw to Hemel on halfway on their right. Adenola takes quickly and short back to Tompkins. Tompkins brings it under control, gives it up the line to Adenola. But Town have won it back. Here's Bates, neat dink in towards Casimir, and it's picked up here by Mickey Parcell, advancing towards the edge of the area on his right foot. Mickey Parcell on the D now. Parcell goes right. Here's Jack Bates, gives it wide right to Oyenuga, hugging the touchline. Oyenuga whips across in towards the near post. It's hacked clear by Ajayi. Good little interchange there from Town, and they're keeping the pressure on. 30 seconds into added time. It's a throw to Town, 20 yards out from the edge of the area. Oinuga will take the throw. Sam Youngs is closest to him. Oinuga surveying his options. Level with the edge of the Hemel area. Oinuga still surveying his options. Throws now short to Bailey Brown. Brown back to Oinuga, right on the touchline. Infield to Brown, neat touch from him. Brown looking to thread it infield. Done so eventually. Here's Bates. Oh, he's crowded out. And Hemel can bring it clear. And now Joe White. And it's White against White as Joe White comes racing out of his penalty area. Smashes the ball out of the stadium. Berates his defenders, but good sweeper keeping there from Joe White.
And a later score, St Albans have pulled the goal back. A late goal against Dorking after 86 minutes in that match. So it's 1-1. So not a great one for us, but still time to play.
Is there a late goal here at the Focus Community Arena as George Williams makes way for Hemel and Ollie Hempstead comes on? So that's the fifth and final substitution for Hemel. This last 10 minutes has been absolutely punctuated by a blitz of substitutions, one after the other. Hemel have taken their throw on the left. They've now played it back to Tompkins just outside the centre circle, inside the town half. It's wide right now. It's flung in towards the area. Town have cleared. Parcell sweeps it forward to Bates, and Casimir's on the run. Bates still in possession on the centre circle. Oinuga on the overlap on the right, inside the Hemel half. Oinuga taking the ball up the right flank, cutting inside his man, feeding Jack Bates, does well. Bates holding up the ball, back to goal. Forced to go backwards to Zav Benjamin, puts his foot on the ball, cuts in field, taking a risk there. Benjamin under pressure, and he's won the free kick. Good strength there from Benjamin. Hemel coaching staff and fans are furious at that, but it was good strength from Benjamin. He did play himself into a bit of trouble there. He tried a Cruyff turn, defender read it, he was put under pressure, perhaps got a slightly generous decision of a free kick there.
I think it was really. It was a bit of an even tussle, and our Italian Scot Giovanni McGregor there was a bit furious about that, and I can see his point really, but nearly ran himself into trouble.
Free kick's been taken short by Parcell to Benjamin. Benjamin now chips into the area. It's poor delivery. It's cut out by the second man and now cleared. Stallard just about cuts out what would have been a clear through ball. Stallard now plays it towards the area. However, it's cleared by Hemel up towards halfway. Parcell gets the initial header. Adenola gets a touch on it. And Knight's happy to let that go out of play. We're 3 minutes into added time, 1.5 remaining. Town have a throw on halfway on the left. The fans still urging them to go forward. It's going to be Stallard to take the throw on halfway on the left. One chance for a last push from Town. Up it goes, up the left touchline, headed infield. Casimir can't reach that. It's half cleared by Hemel, nudged back in by Stallard, headed clear by Tompkins, but it's gone out of play and it's a throw in a dangerous position to Town, level with the edge of the Hemel area on the left. Are they going to leave it for Charlie Stallard, who does have a huge throw on him? And is he going to fling it long into the area? Is he going to take it short? He's ushering everyone to go into the area. Then he takes it short to Bates, and Bates, he's closed down. Bates does well to wriggle away from his man, then gives it to Stallard wide on the left. Stallard delivers. It's a huge cross. It's far too long over everyone's head. Oinuga will struggle to keep that in play, and it's going to go out of play for a throw. And we're into the final minute of added time. Your thoughts, John, on the standout player of the match?
It's hard to pick a man, to be honest. If it had to be honest, it'd be Ogumbo for Hemel has been really good. I think for Enfield, I think Mickey Parcell's been everywhere on the pitch, really. And Bailey Brown in the middle there's been winning a lot of titles. Probably Bailey Brown, I would have said. And had a great performance. Good technical player as well.
He'll be pleased to hear that against his former club. It's on the halfway line. Parcell wins a header. And now Adonaya tries to bring it forward for Hemel. Brown steps in. We're into the final 10 seconds of the match, and Hemel are in possession, but in the middle third. The Tube is forced to go backwards. It's Hempstead trying to force it up the line. Hemel appeal for a free kick, but Town clear their lines. Tompkin brings it under control, and there goes the final whistle. It finishes Hemel Hempstead 1, Enfield Town 1. Town took the lead after just 4 minutes through Lennon Peak. Joe White equalised after 67 minutes. Town might feel like that was 2 points dropped, having taken the lead and led until halfway into the second half. But John, what did you make of that in toto?
Look, it was a really good performance, and Hemel really only had one good chance and they took it. Enfield probably had about 2 or 3 other chances could have taken, probably edged it, Enfield, but it's still a good point. Good team performance though, shouldn't forget that. Probably a draw. I don't know if it's fair, but probably, Hemel, it's a good club as well. Played really well, the huff and puff possession-wise, but didn't really create that as much as I thought, Hemel. It was a good kind of professional performance, but feels like still 2 points dropped, a bit like last week, if I'm honest. And, especially now with St Albans 1-1 with Dorking, but they've still got added time to play in that game, so you never know.
Well, while you can still hear me over one of the loudest tannoys in North London, thank you for listening. You can tune in next week for commentary away at Chelmsford. Every remaining kick of the season for Enfield Town you'll be able to hear live on this channel. Beginning with next week, live on air from 2:50 away to Chelmsford. That's Saturday the 12th. Thank you for your company. Do log into the social media platforms, ETFC Comms on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Until next week against Chelmsford at 2:50, I leave you with the final score of Hemel Hempstead Town 1, Enfield Town 1.